Hi folks, Ben from RC Bengineering. Today we're gonna give this its first official test drive. It is a run video. If you don't care what we're running and you just want to see it run, check a pinned comment for some timestamps. But I'm going to tell you about this car real briefly. Also, if you happen to find yourself curious about earlier versions of it, there's going to be a playlist for what got the car up to this point in the description of the video. But it has two-speed transmissions with gear ratios that are different from each other, which makes four unique gear combinations. I have shifted it with the wheels off the ground on a stand. That doesn't mean that it will shift under a load while the wheels are on the ground. So that's a goal for today. I also want to know if it's slow enough to be a crawler, considering it's brushed. I don't know how good the slow speed control is. I also want to know if it's fast enough to be a trail truck, if it can drive as fast as I can walk, which I'm old, that ain't too fast. And then just check it for general drivability issues before I put a body on it. I already know the tires are wrong. I just put wheels on it that I already had because I can't pick out wheels until I pick out a body. Also, even though I built this just out of pieces and parts that I've purchased or made, it has a hidden feature, which I know that sounds weird considering I built it. I should know everything it does, but I found a hidden feature I'm going to show you at the end and tell you what I think it might be good for. You can tell me what you think it might be good for. Might be good for nothing. So here we go. Let's start driving. All right, we're gonna try something that should be pretty simple. I'm not gonna get too aggressive due to lack of protection on top of the car. It's not gonna be a shelf queen. I'm gonna beat on it, but we're not gonna beat on it today. Let's see what it can do with this rock. This should be pretty easy for a typical SCX10, I think. Never had one. Yeah, easy peasy. It's easily fast enough for walking trails. Once I get actual 10th scale tires on it, I suspect it'll be slightly faster even. So I like this. That's full throttle in fourth gear with portals. All right, folks, here's the hidden feature on this car. You know, a lot of times when you buy parts for your vehicles or you're building a vehicle, they don't come with any helpful information. You just got to figure out what to do. And so that is the case with this red center transmission. All the way through this build process, I thought that this lever that switches it from low gear to high gear was two positions, low and high. Turns out, after I switched this over to an RC6GS radio link and was trying to dial in my endpoints, I figured out that this actually has three positions: low, high, and neutral. So there's low and there's high, and in the middle is neutral, which gives it a freewheeling ability. Doesn't sound super helpful, but I find it interesting, and I think maybe there's some ideas I can do with that. I like to do recovery videos, and so this would be an easy vehicle to tow with a tow truck without dragging tires through the mud. I also think it'd be kind of slick, um, because I can run the motor without the car moving. Um, that makes me feel like it'd be kind of cool with a sound simulator, with some engine noise, and you could kind of rev the engine up and then put it in gear and start driving. I have mixed feelings on sound simulators. They're fun for approximately 3 minutes and then they get on your nerves. But I could wire it up through an auxiliary switch and turn that off by hitting a button if I get tired of it or whatever. So let me know if you think there's any other reasons that could be helpful or if it's just a dumb thing to notice. Anyway, I appreciate you watching, especially if you made it this far. Have a deluxe day. Thank you.